All right. I'm just seeing if it renders smoothly over on my YouTube. Okay. It renders smoothly over on my YouTube. So that's good. And drop a one in the comments if you can hear me. Okay, that's good. Hey, Ems is in the building. What up, Ems? All right, I'm just seeing if it renders smoothly over onto my YouTube. I'm gonna check my Facebook now, just to see if everything goes smoothly there. I appreciate the likes though. Appreciate the likes, y'all. I'm only um I'm only doing this to see if it goes over smoothly. I appreciate it. Appreciate that to hear. Thank you to hear for telling me that you can hear me on over on my YouTube chat. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was saying put a one if you can hear me on the in the chat. I might invite someone up over on my TikTok side just to see how it looks. Yeah, over on my TikTok side, I might invite someone up just to hear just to see how it looks over on my side. Ooh, excuse me. I just ate something. Excuse me, y'all. All right, so let me do this. Hold up. Whoa, that kind of fell off there. Let me do this. I'm going to. Yeah, juicy as burp, wasn't it? All right. I'm going to drop a guest link. So for the people who are on my YouTube side, I just dropped a guest link. Go ahead and click on that. Yeah, go ahead and click on that because I want to see if the people on my TikTok can hear you. Decon, I stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like the on my go to my community tab on my YouTube and you'll see my schedule. I do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All right, let me do this. I'm gonna go on my second page and invite myself up just to see how that looks like. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, on mobile it won't be a link. On mobile you won't see the link. On mobile you gotta take a picture of it and then from the screenshot of the picture, then you can go to the link. It's a you got to do it's a little crazy. So on if you're on mobile, you're not gonna see the link. What you got to do is you got to take a screenshot of it. Then from that screenshot, you could click the link. It's I don't know why YouTube does it that way. It's I've never understood that, but YouTube does it that way for some reason. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's crazy, ain't it? Okay, there it is. All right, so over on my horizontal, I just gotta set it up a certain way. All right, cool. I think I like how that looks. Yeah, it's a little crazy, ain't it? Like I don't know. It worked, right? Yeah, it worked. You got to take a screenshot, then you could go ahead and do it. Go ahead and click on the link because I want to see if the people. It says stream not found. It says stream not found. All right, let me see. Oh, okay, it says camera turn off in your settings. To here, try it again. Try it again. Just make sure I got the proper. Well, what up, Sonny? This is just a test. I'm just doing a test to see if, because I'm streaming over on my YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to see if I take a guess from my YouTube, will the people over on my TikTok be able to hear it? And if I take a guess on my TikTok, will the people over on YouTube be able to hear it? I know if I took a guess on TikTok, the YouTube will hear it. But I want to see if I take a guess on my YouTube, will the TikTok hear it? That's what I'm trying to do. So anyone, there are people here watching me on my YouTube right now. If they click on that link, I want to see if it comes up. But one person said that they clicked on it and it said that the stream is not working. So I got to figure out what's going on with that. It's not working. All right, give me a second. All right, to here, I put the link in the YouTube again. Let me know if that link works. Because it's kind of weird that it's saying stream not found. I don't know why it says that. My internet is acting funny. Sorry about that, y'all. My internet is acting funny. Oh well, if anyone on my TikTok is there, you guys can join as well. Cause there it is. Okay. Hold on to here. Decon, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you. All right. You're coming through my speakers though. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can change your settings up.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Yeah, I got to follow on my Twitch. Dope. All right, Decon, give me a second.
Take your time.
That's kind of weird. I cannot change where I hear you from. Hey, T-Rock, how's it going? Decon, I appreciate you being up here with me. I'm just trying to see why I can't change up the setting. Oh, here we go. Decon, say something now.
All right, I'm here.
There it is. Now I can hear you a little better. But you sound low. Let
Okay.
me see if that's me or if it's you. Okay, that's probably me. All right, say something now.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear you a little bit. Give me a
It could
second.
be my
Yeah,
headphones, too.
out here chilling. I'm testing everything on my stream. I'm making sure that y'all could hear me, or if, not only y'all could hear me, but I got a guest over on my YouTube right now. I'm making sure y'all can hear him. So let me know if y'all can hear him. All right, Decon, go ahead and say something.
All right. Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Let me see something. Yeah, you
Hello,
sound really
hello.
low for some reason. I'm not sure if that's me or if it's on your side. On my side, all my mics are turned all the way up.
It might be my headphones then. They've been charging, so they might be low. I might charge or something else might be going on.
Oh, it just might be your headphones. All right. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, if it's your headphones, then yeah, there's not really we can do about that. But at least
Yeah.
I wanted to at least know if they can hear you over on the TikTok side, but I'm not sure if they can. They haven't said anything yet. All right, not a
Hello,
problem.
TikTok.
But that's not a problem. I appreciate you though, Decon. At least I can bring you up and you can hear me. Like next time I get a guest or something like that, they could probably hear that one. Or I'm gonna try to just do Video Ninja. You seen Video Ninja, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah. I
use
might
that.
just try to do that. But yeah, I appreciate you though, man. I
Yeah.
gotta go ahead and
Appreciate coming up. Thanks.
not a problem. Gotta disconnect you real quick. I'm not gonna regenerate another link. All right, cool. All right, cool. Let's do this. Oh, I'm echoing a bit on my side. Let me turn this mic down. Cool. All right. Now it's not echoing on my side anymore. All right. Let me put a link for Video Ninja. To here, I'm going to put in a link for another link called Video Ninja, and I'm gonna see if that works. All right. And let me check over. I'm gonna check over on my Facebook. Let's see if that goes through. Okay, that did go through. My Facebook one did go through. Great. All right, so here, I'm gonna drop in another link. I'm gonna tell you to click on that one and see if that one works for you. Because someone else had the same issue that you had yesterday, where the link that I put in for the link that I put in for the Streamlabs didn't work for them for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another link in, and you let me know if that one works for you. My internet is acting crazy today. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all still hear me? It says on my side, no sound detected. Hope y'all can hear me. All right, so here, let me know if that one works. I'm gonna add a source. Great. Yeah, Restream. Restream. I've used Restream before. Restream is similar to Streamlabs. No, I'm sorry, not Streamlabs. Restream is similar to StreamYard, but it's really limited in what I can customize, which is why I've never really liked Restream. But yeah, I've used Restream before. Restream is not bad. It's just too similar to StreamYard, and like I said, very limited in customization. Very, very limited. So I've never really liked it. Oh, the connection issues. Um, yeah. I don't know what it is with TikTok. When TikTok, if your internet has just a little bit of a goofy issue, it's gonna blank the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's not gonna go back on, and it's really weird. I've never understood that. All right. Tahir, if you're still there, can you click on that video ninja link and tell me if that works? Yeah, when it comes to to hear it worked, but you don't know how to use it. Honestly, I'm not even sure how to use it. I'm not even sure how to use it. But yeah, when it comes to StreamYard needs to become more like Streamlabs because I'm using Streamlabs right now, right? I'm using Streamlabs right now. So, but like, it's I'm using Streamlabs right now, right? And with Streamlabs, I have way more customization. You know what I mean? Like, I can do dual layout. Like, I have the horizontal and the vertical. I could add other sources. Um, just stuff like that. I have way more of that going on. But with StreamYard, not much of that is there. You know what I mean? Oh, I think I hear something. Tara, is that you? I think I hear something in the background. Tahir, is that you? You there, Tahir? Mm. Tahir, did you join? If you did join, I'm not sure if you joined, but I hear something. to hear if you there, you say something because say something or turn on your cam because I hear something.
Hello?
There you are. Now I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me to hear? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, to hear. You there? Can you hear me? Let me just type it in the comments. Maybe she can't hear us.
Hello?
Yeah, I definitely hear to hear, but I don't think she hears us. To hear, leave leave the video ninja and then come back and see if that works. Because honestly, I'm not sure how this works. How do I? Yeah, I think it was lagging for her. Yeah, I can still hear it on my end. That's the weird thing. I can still hear it on my end, but I guess I have to. Okay, I guess I have to. The only way to remove the person is to basically. Well, I deleted the source from my. Let me add the source back on. Because I'm not sure how Video Ninja works. Yeah, to hear. Yeah, I know you. She's over on my TikTok now, Decon. Yeah, to hear. I know you ended that call. All right. Well, I just want to know how it looked. I'm not sure if anyone. YouTube has a lag. Okay, YouTube has a lag. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone over here on TikTok was able to hear anything that I was doing. Let me switch up the scene now. Okay. Can y'all look? Can y'all see that? Okay, yeah, I can see it. I'm looking on my phone right now, and it looks good. It's just on TikTok it looked a little crazy for some reason. On TikTok Live it looked a little crazy. All right, so on my phone this actually looks good. There's a call-in number and everything. All right, so you see that, Decon? All right, I'm gonna open up my next one, and this is my next one. You said on your screen it cuts off to here? How much of it cuts off? I want to know how much of it cuts off so I can fix it. On my screen, I know it cuts off a little bit. Yeah, some of the sides cut off, but I can fix that right now. Do that. All right, that seems to look better. All right, Decon, over on the YouTube side, let me know how that looks if it's too small. You see it? All right, cool. That was my concern, really. Because on a computer, you can't really tell. So I just wanted to know if it was too small or not. Yeah, to here, go ahead and message me on Discord. All right, cool. It looks good over here. Now all I gotta figure out is, oh, shit. All I gotta do is figure out my ring light situation. Just a little on the left. Okay, let me go ahead and push it over a bit. That should be better, right? You can see it? All right, cool. That's better? All right, great. I just want to make sure everyone on, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just doing something on, there we go. There we go. I was just doing a little something on my, with my ring light. There we go. Ooh. Damn. It's bright as hell. All right, there we go. Ah, shit. Let me this is a testing live. Let me go ahead and shut this off before I get all the Christians in here, because I don't feel like debating tonight. I just want to test things out. All right, Decon. Decon told me that over on the YouTube side, it's a little small. That's what I was kind of concerned about. Let me look at this one. This one still looks good, right? As long as this one still looks good, I think we're good, because this is the one I do the most anyway. Yeah, this one just doesn't have the phone number on there. I gotta add the phone number. This one cuts off a bit. I'm looking at it on my phone, and it doesn't seem to cut off. But you said it cuts out a bit. Decon, thanks. Decon said he could see it clearly over on the YouTube side, but I want to make sure the TikTok side it looks good as well. This one doesn't have the phone number on it. I said that already. Well, I'm gonna add the phone number onto this one a little later. Okay, on the floating screen is good, but when you're in it, it's cut off. All right, yeah, send me a screenshot of how it looks on your side. All right, so tell me how it looks on your side. How much of it is cut off, to here? If you can explain to me, how much of it is cut off? I guess like when you're added as a guest, then it won't cut all the way off. Let me do this. To here, I'm gonna bring you up real quick. All right. Hey, Decon, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here, helping me out. All right, Tia, go ahead and test your mic. Let me make sure I can hear you.
Testing.
All right, cool. Decon, let me know if you heard Tahir as well. All right, so Tahir, when you're a guest on it, does it cut out anymore?
Nope, it's perfect now.
Now it's perfect. Okay, cool. Hold on, actually, give me a second. I moved the sub goal up a tad so it's not covering it. Okay, yeah. The sub goal was actually supposed to be over here. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my I'm talking to my YouTube right now. Give me a sec. All right, so the sub goal is actually supposed to be here. Great. Does the sub goal look good, y'all? I don't want the sub goal cutting anything off. The sub goal is actually supposed to be there, or I could move it here. Just make this a little smaller. I can move it here. All right, cool. Yeah, that's just over on my YouTube side. All right, cool to hear. So right now it looks perfect. But you said before it was cut out a little, like where the words cut out, or what was cut out?
Yeah, it was half the T and all the way down the screen, so it looked like 0 to 15 minutes.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, it's kind of funny because it's like, how do you get what side of the range are you on? Do you get 0 minutes or 15 minutes?
Gotcha. Okay, I know what to do. I just gotta move it over just a bit. Decon saying what's up to you over on the YouTube chat.
What up, fam?
I'll make this a little smaller. I'll move this down a bit. Cool. I gotta move my sub goal around a bit. Cool. Move my sub goal here. Great. All right, cool. I'll move my sub goal. I'll move that. All right, so here I'm gonna drop you down for a little bit and let me know how that looks, okay? 1 sec. All right, so here, now that you're down in the audience again, let me know how that looks. I know over on the YouTube it's basically perfect. Just trying to make sure over on the TikTok it looks good. All right, on the TikTok it's perfect. All right, cool. So now I know what to do for that one at least. Shout out to Rimbles and shout out to Decon, man. You guys are helping me out a lot. Just making sure all this looks good, all this looks perfect. All right. So there's that, and over here, I have that. That should still be good. I just got to move it around a bit when it comes to the horizontal on my Twitch. Boom, and that's perfect. All right, cool. So I got that up. I got the call-in number. Let me see how it looks over on my Facebook. Actually, let me check the Twitch real quick. All right, there's no one on my Twitch yet, so that's fine. All right, so on my Twitch, it actually looks really good over on my Twitch. Yeah, that looks really good over on my Twitch. All right, cool. Got the call-in number and everything. Let me do this. Okay. All right, cool. All right, that looks good. And let me open up the atheism one. And that should look good. I think I'll make these a little thicker. I'll make these a little thicker. Yeah, because on Twitch is a little. Cuts off a bit, but not bad. All right, it looks like it's good over on YouTube as well. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that follow. Let me show y'all my alert box over on YouTube. This is how it looks. Y'all see that? Rimbo's joined the congregation. Let me move this over a little bit, as a matter of fact. I'll move this over a little bit and I'm gonna play it again. Yeah, love that. All right, cool. Yeah, that's my alert box. All right, cool. All right, so cuts off a bit. That looks good. And that looks good. And back to testing. All right. I appreciate that, Decon. All right. I think yeah, I think I'm all right. I think I'm all right. Looks like everything is running perfectly, and I can start doing the lives. Yeah, I think I'm all right now. All right, cool. Um, well, it's close to 11 o'clock, so I'm probably not gonna do a live tonight or anything like that. But as long as all this looks good, yeah, you did that, Rimbles. I love my little alert thing that I got for all my followers and stuff like that. It's so damn dope. I love this. That's for all my subscribers that came on the past couple of days. I love that. Let me move this down a little bit. Oh, I got another follow on Twitch. Hell yeah. Loving it. I'm loving it. I'm getting some followers on Twitch, and I didn't even plan to get any followers on Twitch. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching me over on Twitch, y'all. Definitely appreciate y'all watching me over on Twitch. Definitely appreciate that. I was just doing a testing live. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I was just doing a testing live, y'all. So I'm gonna be definitely going to I go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is just was a test for me because I want to get everything done packed right. I want to get everything right. So I'm gonna be doing the lives that I do. The people who follow me, for the new ones who's been following me now, for you, everybody who's new, I do lives on religion and politics. So this will be my religious lives here, because I am a non-believer. I know over on Twitch this is not exactly too clear. I am gonna plan to fix that. That's not too clear, but I'm gonna plan to fix that. This is my political lives right here, right? Because I am a leftist. So as you see, there's a call-in number. If someone's been calling, I didn't hear it. All right, so that's why. If someone's been calling, I didn't hear it. All right, that's my leftist lives, and this one I just do various topics. The phone number is not on this one. I'm definitely gonna put in a phone number. I need to know how to work Video Ninja, and once I figure that out, put that part out, or I'm gonna put in a link for my Discord. I do have a Discord chat or Discord voice, essentially. I'm probably gonna be adding that into the chat. You know what I mean? And you can talk to me through there, because from there I can kick people out and stuff like that. Yeah, to hear like Benny set me up with it the other day. Benny set me up with a Discord chat, so I can use that to speak to people. So there's that. And since I'm gonna be on the desktop, I'll be able to do all the integrating with the voices and the talking. So if I have a guest over on my TikTok, they could probably hear the Discord and stuff like that. All right, y'all. All right, so let me go ahead and get out of here, man. Get up on out of here. I got some TV to catch up with. I still didn't see the new episode of Severance. Have y'all been watching this new season of Severance? This new season of Severance is dope, yo. Yo, episode 4 when they were in the woods, that was amazing. Episode 4 when they were in the woods was amazing. If you don't have Apple TV yet, get Apple TV and watch Severance. Severance is amazing. All right. I never knew Ben Stiller was such a good writer. Oh, you never heard of it, Tahir? Tahir, get Apple TV and start watching Severance. All right. Get Apple TV and start watching Severance. It's amazing. I never knew Ben Stiller was such a good writer. Ben Stiller is a great writer. Severance and For All Mankind. For All Mankind is dope. Very, very dope. For All Mankind is dope. Severance is dope because For All Mankind is based on if Russia reached the moon before the U.S. and the space race never stopping. Like, it's good. It's so good. Yeah, I mean, so For All Mankind, Severance, The Ark on Peacock. The Ark is corny. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very corny, but like it's one of those corny, like you like it corny. You know what I mean? It's lovable corny, but like The Ark is good. What else? Bel Air. You know, we all grew up watching Fresh Prince, and they did a reimagining of it called Bel Air. Very good, very, very good. So those are my shows right now, and of course the Power Universe. I think Raising Kanan just came out. Yeah, I think the first season of Raising Kanan just came out. So I need not the first season, but the first episode of season 4 of Raising Kanan just came out. I gotta go watch that. Raising Kanan is really good. And what else? What else I've been watching that I've been missing out on? Tyler Perry got a new show. Yeah. The Power Universe is really good. The Power Universe is really good. I'm just waiting for Tommy's season to come out, and I already know they're gonna have another Power episode. But what else? What's that show, man? I know All American just came out with the season 7. Oh, you never seen Severance, Decon? Severance is so good, man. Severance, yeah. Tommy's the white one. He has his own show. I don't know if have you seen Power Force to here? If you haven't seen Power Force, get onto Power Force. Power Force is really good. But yeah, Decon, get on Severance. Severance is good. All right. If you have Apple TV, the 3 shows that I suggest on Apple TV, Presume Innocent, Severance, and For All Mankind. Once you get Apple TV, you're gonna binge those 3. They're so good. Very, very good. All right. And Bel Air, The Ark. I love those. Even though I criticize cops a lot, I kind of like propaganda. I love Law and Order. I don't know why. It's a little crazy because like I criticize cops a lot, but I love Law and Order. Law and Order is my escapist fantasy. You know. Hey, what up? I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. Is your name Justin?
You can just call me Keith.
Keith, how's it going?
Good, dude. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm just shooting the shit. Like I was just testing out my stream equipment, looking at how things look on my screen, and it all looks good. And I'm just shooting the shit. What's good with you?
I mean, I just came across your prompt, and I was like, hey, I got a bone to pick with that one.
Yeah, sure. We can do this for maybe the next 10, 20 minutes, and then I'm going ahead and get out of here. What's up? Are you over 18, and do you disagree with something I have?
Yeah, I'm over 18.
All right. What did you disagree with?
Oh, so I'm curious about the reparations.
Yeah, sure. The government of the United States of America have negatively affected the African American population. They did so deliberately. We can see that in several sources, such as in redlining, especially redlining. Of course, slavery and the effects after slavery. So because they were complicit, not just complicit, but they deliberately held back the social, economic, and political power of African Americans. The government should go ahead and fix that damage. And it would actually be better for America if that were to happen, because America spends like a good percentage of its GDP, of its debt, servicing poverty. And the population of America that's in more entrenched poverty, besides Native Americans, are African Americans. So fixing that will fix a lot of our debt issues as well.
Okay, do you also support reparations for Native Americans?
Yes.
Okay, so do you think black people should also pay reparations to Native Americans?
No.
Okay, do you realize that Native Americans also served in the armies voluntarily that decimated the Native American populations?
Yes. That's why they should get reparations. Not just for
So
what
why
they.
shouldn't so why shouldn't they also so why shouldn't they also pay reparations to the Native Americans?
Black people weren't involved in decimating Native Americans. That was the American government.
Well, just like if black people served voluntarily in armies that disenfranchised Native American communities and decimated their populations, don't you think that black Americans should also pay reparations to Native Americans, since you already agreed that Native Americans deserve reparations?
No, because again, when the American government was decimating Native American populations, black people were enslaved. We weren't allowed to be in the military, and not only that, Native Americans actually enslaved black people.
No.
They were
served in
enslaved
the
black people. Hold
military
on, they were enslaved.
voluntarily.
They were enslaved black people in Native American tribes, like the Cherokee, which is why we have black Cherokees. Which is why like a lot of African Americans have at least 1 to 2% Native American ancestry.
No.
Yes, yes, yes,
Free
yes, yes,
black,
yes, yes.
free black men and women served in the armed forces and
When?
decimated Native American populations
When?
alongside
When?
different cultures
When?
of Europeans.
When did this happen?
So why are they also not
Keith,
called
are you listening to my question? When did this happen?
I'm sorry, it's like cutting off. Maybe my connection's not so great.
My question was, your claim that African Americans were part of militaries that were decimating Native Americans. When did this happen? Because during the time when the American military
During
was,
Manifest Destiny.
we were enslaved. We were not part of any army.
Do you think every black African man and woman who existed in America during the times of slavery was enslaved?
No.
Do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that. But
Okay,
even the
good,
free,
good,
even the
good,
free,
good. Do you-
even
do
the
you know
free,
what
even the
percentage
free, even the
wasn't?
free black people
No, wait,
were
wait.
not
Do you
allowed
know
to be
what
part of the
percentage
military.
wasn't? No, I'm just curious. Are you aware of what percentage wasn't?
What percentage wasn't enslaved?
Yes. Are you aware of that number?
I'm unsure. Maybe 3 to 5%. I'm not sure.
No, it's 15%.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that during that time, black people were either enslaved or not allowed to be part of the military at all.
There were free black African Americans
Okay.
who fought alongside, free, voluntarily, fought alongside the different kinds of Europeans who decimated Native American tribes.
During
So
Manifest
why
Destiny.
don't the families of those black Africans, why do they not have to pay reparations to the Native Americans?
Because this was an action of the American government, like I already said. According to your own
Okay, so
logic,
that's
hold on.
really
Wait,
not
hold on.
an
Wait, hold on,
answer.
hold on. According to your own logic,
Because
hold on. Wait, hold on, Keith. Hold on,
Keith.
Keith. Hold on, Keith. According to your own logic, that means white people should be paying Native Americans reparations, right? Why are you asking only about black people then?
Well, I don't believe in reparations at all. I'm just trying to see if you're going to be consistent in your logic,
I'm being
which I
consistent.
know you're not gonna.
I'm being
I know you just
consistent.
want
Hold
white
on,
people to
Keith.
pay for everything.
Hold on, Keith. The reason why I'm being consistent is because this was even if I take your logic to its even if I do take your rhetoric, right? Even if I just concede to that, which I don't, but let's say I do concede to that, this is still an action of the American government. So yes, Native Americans deserve reparations as well because the government
Right.
damaged
So
them.
the
Even
families
even if
of
even if
those
even
black
if
people
even
just
if
have-
even if during Manifest Destiny, black people were involved in those armies, this was still orders by the American government. So the American government owes Native Americans reparations, just like the American government owes black people reparations because they damaged both groups. I don't know how this is hard.
Where do you think that money comes from?
It comes from all of us.
It comes out of the pocket. So wait. So you're gonna contribute, right?
Yeah,
To reparations.
because I pay taxes.
Oh,
Just like how the
okay,
Japanese
that's
got
different.
reparations
Okay,
from
no,
taxes.
I'm sorry, that's different. So what you want to
Just like
do
how
is
just
you
like
wanna-
how just like
so
how
you wanna
the
take a
just like how the
percentage-
just like how
Okay,
the
no.
Japanese got reparations from the government. We were all paying those taxes,
so what you want to
right?
do is you don't want to like charge. So you don't want to charge individuals and individual family units. You just want to take a percentage of taxes and put it towards the African American community.
Just like how we did with the Japanese. Why
No,
isn't
no,
it?
no,
Why?
just-
Hold on. Let me
yes or
ask you a
no.
question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Why is this a problem when it comes to
Wait,
black
just
people?
answer
Wait,
me.
hold on. Let me ask you this question.
We're at a
Let me
point
ask you
where
this
we're
question.
kind of
Let me ask you this
agreeing with each
question.
other.
I just got to ask you this question,
So, like,
Keith.
can you
I just gotta ask you this
why
question,
don't you answer
Keith.
my question
I
first?
already-
Answer-
I'm-
no,
I've-
no,
okay.
you're not gonna dodge, bro.
I've answered all your questions, Keith. I've answered all your questions. You asked me, do black people owe Native Americans reparations? I said no, even if they were involved, because that's an action by the American government. So the American government owes Native American reparations. Then you asked me, are we who controls the government or who funds the government? I said all of us. You asked me if I would contribute to reparations. I said yes. Just like how we all contributed to
Stop
the
running.
just like how we all contributed to the Japanese paying reparations, right?
question was, you just
all
wanna
of
take
us
tax
all of us
dollars and put it
contributed
towards the African
all of
American
us
community,
contributed to the
correct?
Japanese paying reparations, right?
Do you want to take the tax dollars? Yo, just take off the sneakers and stop running, bro. Come on. Just
I've
answer
answered
the
all your
question.
questions, Keith. You
You wanted to take
you
tax
keep
dollars.
changing the subject. I already
No,
answered your question.
You haven't.
Yes,
why
I
won't you
have.
answer this last one, because this last one will actually set it in stone.
Go ahead.
So the last question that you left me on red, the question was, you want to take American tax dollars and put it towards the African American community, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we all pay for it. All right, that's interesting. Okay, what's your question now?
I said, wasn't this the same thing that we did with the Japanese?
I completely disagree with that as well.
It's fine that you disagree with it. Did we do it?
Yeah, and I'm not cool with it.
Great. So why is it a problem now?
I wasn't cool with it then. I'm not cool with it now.
You weren't born
exactly what
in
I'm
the
saying.
you were either born in the 80s or
I'm not cool with any sort of racial kind of giving people money business.
Let me
It's
ask you a
just
question. Let me ask you a
dumb.
question, Keith. Let me ask you a question, Keith. If the government does something wrong, are they responsible for fixing it?
Yeah, to an extent.
So the government was complicit or the government damaged the African American community. Why shouldn't they fix that?
Because the African community today isn't the African community that was devastated by American policies.
Yes, it is.
And by the way, they're also to blame
No, they're
just
not.
as much as any other culture for
No,
the
they're not.
decimation of the Native American population
No, they're not.
and the Korean population, mind you.
No,
I mean,
we're-
you bring up the Japanese, but you're forgetting about like the South Koreans.
The Japanese got reparations in America. What are you talking about? When we put the Japanese in
Yeah, and I'm
internment camps,
against that. Why,
when we
why
put
you
the
pouring
Japanese in
fuel
internment, when we put the Japanese in internment camps,
Homie.
hold on. When we put the
When I
Japanese
say
in
that I'm
internment
against
camps, let
something,
me
why you
finish. Let
bringing
me
it up
finish.
as
Let me
evidence?
finish. Let me finish. When we put the Japanese in internment camps, the American government gave them reparations for that. So when the American government redlined black people, which caused a disproportionate amount of wealth, which contributes to the poverty that we see in the African American community today, why should that not be repaired?
Yeah, and I was against that. I'm against that shit, man.
I understand that you're
Like,
against. I
you
understand that
keep
you're
bringing
against
up though
redlining.
the
I
idea
understand
of
that
like
you're against
endangering
redlining. Keith, hold on.
population,
Keith, hold on.
when I am
I
literally telling
understand.
you
I
that
understand.
shouldn't have
Keith,
happened.
Keith. That is the thing. This is my life, bro. All right. Don't talk over me. I understand that you are against redlining. I understand that you were against the Japanese getting
Yo,
reparations.
you a baby,
My question
bro.
is. My
Okay,
question is. Why shouldn't the government repair the damage that they cause? Exactly. Get your bitch ass out of here. All right. This is gonna be probably my last guess. Marathon or Marantha?
What's up, brother?
How's it going? How can I help you today, man? Oh, are you over 18 and do you disagree with something I have on the board?
Yeah, I'm 20 years old, and I do disagree with multiple things, I guess.
All right, sure. Go ahead and start with one and we could talk about it. What you got?
Okay, so being woke is good.
Yes.
I don't I don't incline to think that it is.
What's your definition of woke?
Uh, for example, keeping in mind the past errors of the country when it comes to certain social classes or races that inhabited the nation, I guess.
So knowledge of past and continuing injustice is a bad thing to you?
I believe if it, to a certain extent, if it keeps us from moving forward in a way where we can become more unified, then yes, it becomes a bad thing.
Let me ask you a question. Finish this sentence for me. Those who forget history tend to what?
Tend to repeat it.
So why should we forget about the past?
Not forget about it, but find a way to integrate it where it no longer becomes a dividing factor in our present state.
The reason that it's still a dividing factor is because people are choosing to forget it and not rectify it. That's why it's still a dividing factor. If they chose to rectify it and actually acknowledged it, then we wouldn't have a problem. The last guest that you just saw literally doesn't want to talk about the past and wants to do nothing about it.
What do you think are some things that still need to be rectified?
Reparations need to be paid. They need to acknowledge the fact that they deliberately damaged the African American community. They need to acknowledge that they deliberately decimated the Native Americans. An apology needs to be had, and there needs to be several things to rectify those situations. So, and reparations wouldn't only just be money; it would be a reformation of entire systems.
You don't think reformations have taken place
No.
over the past 100 years?
No, the criminal justice system is still racist.
You think it's still currently racist?
Yes. You want me to know?
What do you,
You
why
want
do
to know
you
how?
think that? Yeah.
Okay. Take like for example, we already know that there's we already know that a black offender and a white offender, the black, even if they commit the same crimes, the black offender gets longer sentences. You know that, right?
That's not due to race. That's due to
The rap
the
sheet.
attorney that they're able to get to defend their
Right.
case.
And why are black people less likely to get a good attorney?
Multiple factors. It's not necessarily.
What's the number
black-
one factor?
It's more of a class thing.
Yeah, poverty. Which group of people are more likely to be in poverty besides Native Americans?
I don't think there's a disparity
It's
in
black
the
people.
lower class.
It's black people. Black people are more likely to be poor than everyone else. except Native Americans. Why is
Do you
that?
have any type of study that would highlight that?
Say that again.
Do you have any type of study that would highlight that? Or
Yeah, there are multiple studies that highlight that. You can look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They highlight that all the time.
that black people tend to be more poor?
Poorer than everyone else except Native Americans.
Why?
Yeah, why do you think that is, Marantha?
I don't think that's true. Do you mind if I look it up?
Go ahead and
It's
look it up.
true. The difference of
It's
opinion
true.
is why. What do you think, host? I'm curious.
It's because of redlining.
I was expecting you to say racism. I'm actually impressed.
Oh no,
awesome.
that's racism.
No, of
Redlining.
course. White is evil. Of course. Can't leave that out.
Who said white is evil? Wow, what a moron. Who said white is evil? Jesus Christ. These people come in and what was that? What the hell was that? Thank you, Kohiko and Aries. Redlining is racism. What the hell was he talking about? Ooh, boy, they sensitive tonight, boy. Rimbo said, I bet he's a hit at parties. Oh, my goodness. This is amazing. This is an amazing night. Oh, incredible night, y'all. Marantha, are you there? If you stay away too long from the live, it'll boot you. It won't be me, but it'll boot you if you stay away for too long.
Give me a second. I'm almost done reading.
Gotcha. All right, we got Sheen Philly coming up. I didn't know I was doing a live tonight either, y'all. This is an impromptu live. This is impromptu. I didn't know I was going live tonight either. Philly, how's it going?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just hearing what you're saying and reading what you're saying on here on your platform. When you're saying talk to me, and the issue I got is, man, that you got all these people, right? And they say America wasn't great. You start bringing up shit that happened thousands of years ago. If you got a problem, why don't people just leave? I don't understand. Why do you spend most of your time, talking bad about a country that you live in? How much you don't like it, you can just leave.
Because I want the country to be
just
better
don't get
because
it.
it has the. I want the country to be better because it has the potential to be better. So why wouldn't I
That
tell it to
takes
be better?
time, though, brother. That takes time.
Hey, Philly, Philly. Who said it doesn't take time?
Look, I know that I get it, but I'm tired
Okay,
of
then.
hearing it. People say the same shit all the time, man.
Then
They just say the same shit all over again. And you talk about slavery, right?
then don't talk to us. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
No,
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
What you mean you don't know what to tell me?
I don't know
Only
what to
your
tell you
grown
because if something is wrong, people are gonna point out that shit is wrong, bro. What do you want me to
But
tell
how
you?
long are you going to keep pointing it out?
We point it out in order for us to fix it. If we don't point it
It
out, it never
takes
gets
time for
fixed,
that.
bro. I understand it takes time.
It is getting better.
I understand.
In my opinion.
Hold on, Philly. Listen, hold on, bro. I understand that it takes time. All right, I get all that. But if we don't constantly talk about it, they will never fix it. Look at the president that we have now, bro. They're not going
Trump?
to. They're trying to not fix it. They're trying to ignore all the issues.
What
For
is
example,
Trump doing wrong?
so hold on.
No, I want to know
For
what
example,
is Trump doing wrong?
one of
What
the
is he doing
one of the main things that Trump did wrong, I think this happened just last week, is that he cut federal funding to investigate discrimination in housing, and we know discrimination in housing is a big problem, and he signed an executive order to cut that funding, so he's not trying to fix the problem, bro. He's making it worse.
Nah, I don't think
Yes,
so, man.
he
I think
actually did
you
that
got
just
it
last
wrong,
week.
Man. Listen, let me tell you something, right?
All right, bro.
If you look on my page, whenever you get a chance, man, you will see what I'm all about. Bro, 95% of that shit that you say is bullshit. It's not even true.
Okay, so he didn't cut federal funding for.
No, I didn't say. Listen, I'm gonna look into it, but
Okay,
I
then,
think it's
bro.
deeper than what you're saying it is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
All right.
He cut federal funding for housing discrimination, to investigate housing discrimination.
Housing discrimination.
Yes, is housing discrimination a problem?
No, not really.
It is. All studies show that it still is.
Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares about housing.
Nobody really cares about housing. So why we have homeless? Really?
Homeless people, that's people's choices.
No, it's not. Niggas don't choose to
Yes,
go
it is,
homeless.
brother. If you're not from the hood, if you talk like
I
you're
grew
not
up
from
in
the
Little
hood,
Haiti, bro. Do you know what Little Haiti is?
Little Haiti. Come on, man.
I grew up in Miami, bro. I grew up in Little Haiti.
I know what Miami. I
Exactly.
Know
I grew up in
is,
Little Haiti,
but
right
a
next to
lot of
Liberty
people
City.
That's homeless is a choice. They don't
It's
want to
not.
be.
Niggas ain't
Listen,
niggas.
let me tell you something.
People ain't going homeless
Bro.
for the free. What are you talking about?
Listen, 95% of the people that's homeless, right? Here's the truth, and look it up for yourself.
I have. You're wrong. I work with the
95%
homeless.
of the people that's homeless, or most of them are murderers that's running.
Wrong.
This is the truth, though. Bro, listen. Okay, look it up.
I
Murderers,
have.
people that's running from state to state.
Wrong.
All right? It's not wrong, bro.
Yes, it
Trust
is.
me.
I
No,
know.
it's
I'm not gonna trust you
think
because I've
people-
actually
you think
looked up
people
the
homeless?
research on this.
No, man.
Yes, I have.
I'm from North Philly. I'm from North Philly.
And
Trust
I'm from
me.
Little Haiti. Trust
I know.
me.
And what the fuck does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean that you from North Philly?
That we see it all.
And I
That's
see
what
it
the
all.
fuck it mean, homie.
And
That's
I
what the
see it
fuck
all.
mean.
Yeah, I see it all as well.
Nah, no, you don't, man. You're
Yeah, I
from
do.
Florida, man. No way.
Do you understand
way.
how do you understand
No
how
fucking way.
fucked
You
up
don't
Florida
see
is,
every-
bro?
Florida is mainly money.
Do you
It's mainly
understand
people
how
that
fucked up
money
it is in
Florida.
South Florida, bro?
You say a little, but Philly is most of poverty. So you really don't know what the fuck you
All
talking
right.
about.
Appreciate you being up here. All right, Marathon, did you find exactly what I was talking about?
Yeah, it's disproportionate for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think that is?
I will say multiple factors. Yeah, but you're yeah, I see your point. It does. One of the factors can definitely be the historicity of discrimination.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually the main reason. Because remember, during the 1900s all the way up until the late 70s, black people were second-class citizens. So proper education, proper employment, proper health, it was never afforded to black people. So yeah, that's going to cause poverty, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. So why? So we should fix that, right? Especially since it was the government that was involved in making that happen.
Yeah, the government does have some responsibility to that.
Right. So that's why I believe in reparations. Because if the government causes a problem, they need to fix it.
Reparations in what form? Like a personal check, or actually fixing the institutional bodies within those communities?
Both.
Who represents the government?
Give me a second, Solutions. Let me talk to Marathon first. Does that all make sense, Marathon?
It does, but I still view wokeism as more of a anti-cultural movement,
Why?
because it tends to generalize the reality of these discriminations on individuals of different races that may be under the same discrimination that black people have faced in the past, because we are under a capitalistic system, and at the end of the day, capitalism doesn't always tend to see black or white or Latino, but
Profit.
divides.
They see green.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, right. Capitalism only sees profit. I do agree with that. But capitalism always needs an underclass. And who was always the underclass, at least as far as America goes?
The poor.
The poor who?
I would say, yeah, I would even give you that it's disproportionately black people, but that doesn't mean that you don't have other races involved in that like a part of that discrimination.
Yeah, poor whites do get discriminated against as well, which is why reparations for African Americans would actually improve their lives, because part of the reparations would be changing institutional bodies such as the criminal justice system that also affects poor whites.
Yeah, but making it a cultural movement, doesn't that also pin,
Why
black
is woke a
people
cultural
against?
movement and not exactly what you said before, which is awareness of social injustice?
If it was awareness of social injustice, I believe it would be more welcome,
But that's
but it
exactly
has
what it.
taken on
But the thing is, that's
it has taken
exactly.
on a cultural
No,
movement,
I got you. I understand. But the thing is, that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what it was until white conservatives heard it and bastardized into something else, and then you believed it for whatever reason.
They are extremists.
Hold on, solutions.
But it wasn't just. So you think the media's bastardization of it caused the cultural aspect of this
There
movement to
was no
magnify?
cultural aspect. It's made up.
Well, there definitely is an agenda
There
within,
is no agenda. It's made up. There is no woke agenda. There is no wokeism. That doesn't exist. Conservatives are just making shit up. There was no movement.
but you see it in music, in media,
That doesn't
and
exist. What's
how
woke in
does
the
it not
media? Tell me what.
exist?
Hold on. Okay, so the media is woke now, right? What does that mean? What is woke in the media? Black people
It
are characters in
tends,
shows. That's woke.
well,
Joe
no,
Biden.
they tend to view white men specifically as the enemy or the villain archetype.
And in what fashion? Because we just had 10 years of movies where white men were literally the greatest superheroes on the planet and saved the universe. So what are we talking about? We literally just had a movie of like 5 years ago where a white man snapped his fingers and saved the universe. What are we talking about?
But you don't think the media has a
No,
trend of constantly
no,
repaying the slavery
no,
narrative, and like every
no.
year I feel like there's a new slavery, a new depiction of slavery that we all understand, and we all see as a
So hold on, hold
negative
on, hold on.
thing
So
that occurred.
Hollywood
But
makes slave movies, and it makes you feel bad, and that's what makes that. That's what woke is, really.
well, I believe it makes not just me but everyone. I mean,
Of
like
course, it
like for
makes you feel
example,
bad because
young.
it's about slavery. How's that wokeness? How's that a culture of wokeism that makes white men evil? That's that. This is not serious, bro. Like I'm not even trying to be insulting, but think about what you're saying. Hollywood makes slave movies that make us all feel bad. Therefore, you think there's a culture of making white men be evil? That's what are we talking about? Like, you should feel bad about slavery movies. That was a shitty thing for people to do.
Yeah,
Like, what are
but to
we?
continue, don't you think that creates like a certain, like, if a young black man or a young black boy sees that, don't you think that creates a misconception in their mind to the reality that they're currently living in? Because those days are no longer relevant to what will pull people out of poverty today.
That's
There needs
silly
to
as
be a
hell,
sense of
bro. That's silly.
empowerment.
That's silly as hell, bro. It's a movie. You're
Well,
telling me
movies
that
dictate a lot
if a
of the
black kid
culture.
and a white kid sees a movie, they're just gonna hate each other because they saw something in a movie.
Well, it can subconsciously affect, both of their minds. It
So we
doesn't
shouldn't so
necessarily
we
need to
shouldn't do
be
movies about
reiterated.
slavery anymore. Is that what you're saying?
We should we should attack the current injustices that I think you pointed out, instead of looking at injustices that we've already rectified.
We haven't though. We still have
Slavery?
slavery.
Okay, now see, that's
What
a
does the
little
13th
extreme.
Amendment say, my friend?
I mean, I was with you until then.
What does the 13th Amendment say?
What does the 13th Amendment say?
It says that slavery is illegal except for what?
In prison?
Punishment for a crime. So we still have slavery. And which
But that
population is put in jail more often, even when the other populations commit the same crime?
so you
Yeah,
think
we
that
still have
so you think
slavery,
that
and they're still targeting black people. And we know they are because Nixon aides admitted that the entire reason for the war on drugs was to go after black people. They admitted that. And 1 out of 5 people in jail right now are in jail for what? Drug offenses. So we know it was they were using that to attack black people. We still have slavery.
But we've modified the laws for offenses on drugs, haven't we?
Yeah,
Especially
that's actually
marijuana.
one of the few good things Trump signed to modify that law. But the fact of the matter is that we still are committing the war on drugs, and the war on drugs was a dog whistle to just go after black people, and they admitted that it was.
You said Nixon did?
Yeah, his aides, they admitted that's what it was about.
I would have to look that up, but if that's true, that would be interesting.
It's different now.
No, it's not.
I mean, the victims are the white people.
Yeah, because of the opioid epidemic. Give me a second. All right, Marathon, did you have anything else?
No, that was an interesting conversation.
All right, appreciate you being up. All right, Solutions. We didn't get to talk last time. Let's go ahead and talk this time. We got 15 minutes on the clock. I know you disagreed with something, but I forgot what it was. Go ahead and remind me.
Well, pretty much all of them.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. All right, I went ahead and put 15 minutes on the clock. What did go ahead and tell me what you disagree with and why.
America was great after World War II.
We had massive racism and lynchings during after that. How's that great?
Well, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but we were just crushing the economy and coming up
Great.
with new inventions and just
Great.
boom.
Black people weren't allowed to be involved in that. So how's that great?
Well, I mean, America was still thriving.
Let me ask you a question. If a man has millions and millions of dollars, but he beats his children, is he a great man?
He's a rich man.
Is he a great man?
Not overall, no.
That's what America was.
Great.
That's what I mean by America not being great and never being great.
Okay. It's like economically, they were great. They were great.
Being rich does not make you great.
It does in that aspect, like power, influence.
That doesn't make you great, not in my eyes. That's not what I'm talking about when it comes to greatness. You have great wealth, but you don't have great character.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they didn't treat black people very well, but the character that they portrayed as the white man was pretty powerful.
Yeah, I'm not denying that America was powerful, but it wasn't great because the character wasn't. I judge you by your character, not just how much money you got.
Do you think besides their treatment of black people that their character was good?
No. Because
Okay.
imperialism is a bad thing.
Yeah.
There you go. American imperialism,
So-
not great.
But American power and influence, great.
What did they use their power and influence to do?
Make money.
Make money and abuse the global south. Not great.
Yeah, just powerful.
Yeah, I don't view just power as greatness. Just because you have power doesn't make you great. Like I said, my greatness is judged off of character, not just how much money and power and influence you got. Because you know who else has a lot of money, power, and influence? P. Diddy. He's great.
I mean, he's great in an aspect. I mean, he was a famous rapper, right?
Yeah, he was a famous rapper, but he actually sucked at that part. But yeah, but that's my point. He had a lot of power, he had a lot of money, a lot of influence. Would you call him great?
In those categories, yeah.
He's great in power and influence, so you're calling him great? Really?
Well, I mean, overall, I wouldn't consider him great. No.
Yeah, we're talking about overall, my friend.
Okay. No.
Right.
There's not many greats then.
Yeah, there's not many greats. That's what I mean when it comes to America.
Is there any greats in the world? Like countries?
Not sure, because I don't live in those countries.
Hmm.
Would you mind giving me a second? Michelle, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I'm all right. You over 18 and you disagree with anything I have on the board?
No, I think I pretty much do agree. I just did want to add to something a previous, or not add to, but like kind of respond to something a previous guest was saying. But I just wanted you to finish your line of questioning with the current guest.
Yeah, not a problem. But you said you wanted to add something. Go, you can go ahead and add it.
Yeah, so like this idea that like, oh, besides this horrible thing that you can like put like a group of people besides, it's easy to do when you're not in that group, right? So the person, I think even prior to the previous, I guess, person mentioning like, narco, like you mentioned that like, the incarceration of people, the actual targeting of black people in the United States and political dissidents for and using narcotics to target them, it's a really old play. So even the criminalization of narcotics internationally, like the legislation that pushed forth the criminalization of narcotics internationally, literally was done to control other countries. Like, for example, Afghanistan, a big part of the meddling was poppy planting. The control of opium. China, the opium wars. The West literally tried to meddle in China, and like the way they talk about like, oh, China giving us parts to make fentanyl, we literally preempted that. Like we look at like actual history that the United States, England were involved in trying to force another country to change their narcotic policy to favor them.
Right. Exactly. This is more of the like the Monroe Doctrine that was done in the early and mid 20th century when America was involved in all the regime change in South America. Like there's a reason why South American governments tend to not be very friendly with America, because it was always America being involved in those countries and overturning them.
Yes, the funding of Contras, and something I really also wanted to mention. Like I used to for years say like the CIA made Krizak and put it in the black community. People didn't believe me. It came out that Broward County is a county directly next to Miami-Dade, which we know in the 80s was a major site for importation and trafficking. Like many of the things like built in Miami-Dade was built with the cocaine money. So the neighboring county quite literally was producing Krizak and selling it to people to incarcerate people. The PD, Broward County PD, you guys can look this up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember reading about that as well. Yeah, solutions. So these are all not great things.
Yeah. And we are probably still the most moral in the world, so that's saying a lot.
Slavery is moral.
No.
Genocide is moral.
No.
We do both things.
And we're still the greatest because other countries do even worse.
You serious with that?
Yeah.
Other countries have slavery, so therefore we're good. That's your logic?
No, I'm saying we're better than the rest.
We're better at slavery than another country. Wow.
No, we're like more moral.
We have more moral slavery than other countries. We're a better slave master than other countries. Really?
I honestly, dude, I think there is levels to being a slave master.
Wow.
Because you could get tortured or you could get treated well.
We do torture. What do you think solitary confinement is?
Prison.
Solitary confinement is not prison. Solitary confinement is torture. There's been shown in several UN reports that solitary confinement is torture, because human beings cannot be alone. Every time you leave a human being completely alone, what happens to them? They go
get
insane.
inner peace.
No, they go insane. Human beings are social species. We can't be alone. Our
Not
minds
all
aren't
of
built
us.
that way. Anytime a human being is left completely alone, they go insane. Every single time.
Maybe. Would you say that I'm a little bit insane?
You're not completely alone, are you?
Not completely, but
Exactly. Solitary
I am
confinement
alive.
puts you in a box and leaves you completely alone. You go insane when that happens.
How long? How long till you go insane?
It can happen in 2 days. Matter of fact, it can happen in 1. Now you might say, "Oh, I can live in my apartment. I can be in my apartment all day and watch TV." But guess what? You're in your apartment watching TV. Now imagine if they put you in a box with nothing. Nothing to keep your mind occupied. Nobody around. Nothing. You will go insane. You might say that there are people who go out in nature and live all on their own, but they're out in nature. They see stuff.
Okay. But wouldn't you say that there's even worse forms of torture?
Probably physical, but solitary confinement is still torture.
Right, but there's levels.
No, bro, it is torture.
I bet you would choose that over another.
Doesn't matter. It is torture. Irrelevant. There are some people who would choose solitary confinement over physical pain. There are some people who would choose physical pain over solitary confinement. It's irrelevant. It's torture. Saying that we're better torture masters, it's not a very good indictment of America, bro.
We're not as inhumane.
Torture is inhumane no matter what form it is. Solitary confinement is inhumane because it drives humans insane, which is inhumane.
Right, but like Michelle or Volchi, wouldn't you guys rather be alone than be like burned and stuff?
Who's burning people alive, bro? Which government out there is burning people alive?
In Asia
Which one?
and Africa and
Which
South
one?
America. Lots.
All right, I appreciate you being up here. Solutions. Please take your meds or get off the meds that you're currently on. Michelle, how's it going? Michelle, you still there? Not sure what happened to Michelle. All right, GP. Actually, it was Tom. Tom was next. Tom, I'll bring you up. GP, you're after Tom, and then User, you're after GP. I did not plan to go live today. I really did not plan to go live today, but like, hey, I'm here now. All right, Tom, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, are you over 18, and do you disagree with something I have on the board?
I am over 18, and I don't really disagree with anything, actually.
All right, W for Tom in the chat, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and bring up GP. All right, GP. GP, how's it going? Are you over 18, and do you disagree with something I have on the board?
Yeah, I'm 18, and yeah, I disagree with, I guess 3 things, like the things that did with religion, I guess.
All right, sure. Yeah, give me 1 second, all right? Y'all, give me 1 second. Y'all can go ahead and like the live. I don't know why I'm doing a full stream live now. Yeah, Rimbos, I'm doing a whole full stream live. I didn't plan that. I really didn't plan it. I just wanted to test out my thing, but now I'm doing a full stream live now, and hey, we're here now. We're here now. Y'all give me a second, all right? Sorry about that. Sorry about the noise. All right, GP, give me 1 moment, okay? All right, GP, you might be my last guest because I really do got to get out of here. All righty. Hey, I appreciate those gifts. I appreciate the chili peppers. Like, yeah, I do got a gift goal, y'all, and I do have a... So sorry about that, y'all. I do have a gift goal and I do have a subscription goal. So if y'all rock with me, if y'all rock with the live and y'all want me to go ahead and get better equipment, I would appreciate any subscriptions and I appreciate any gifts. All right, GP. You said that you disagree with something I have on the board. What do you disagree with and why?
The I guess why should I believe in God? Faith is well. That's not really your. It's like you're asking a question.
I'm asking a question. Yeah. Why? Why do you think I should believe in God?
Well, for me personally, because I was a skeptic about God too, and well, for Christianity, for me, when I look at Jesus and the life he lived, and the teachings he taught, and like the powerful message of him like dying for me for all the sins we've done and will do, that just I don't know, it just makes me want to believe in God, like, you know.
All right. So an ancient Jewish carpenter wizard died, and he said that he's doing it for you.
Can I chime in?
Go ahead, Tom.
So Jesus dying and being risen 3 days later is actually based on a Roman guy called Titus. Same story in Roman mythology.
Do you have evidence of that?
Yes, you can look that up.
Yeah, look up the story of Titus.
Story of Titus. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But also, I would say this. Why is that even convincing? Because how do you even know that he was the Son of God, or that he died for our sins, or what sins even are?
I guess I'll answer your second question. You said, how do I know he's God? Or
how do you know that he's the Son of God and that he died for our sins and what sins even are?
Okay, so how do I know he's the Son of God? Well, because of the multiple eyewitnesses that comes from the Gospels.
Can you name one?
Mark, Luke.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John?
Yeah.
Those Gospels weren't written by anyone named Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. We have no idea who wrote the Gospels. As a matter of fact, the Gospel of Luke even says that he wasn't there to see any of it. He's just reporting on what other people told him.
Mark's Gospel was written in 70 CE.
Yeah, I think it was like 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years after Jesus was supposed to live.
And Jesus never called himself God. That was actually written in 350.
Hold on. Jesus never like verbatim said, "I am God, worship me." But I mean, in the Bible, it there's multiple. I can give you a couple verses where it's alluded that he is God. I mean, he doesn't.
I understand that there's verses in the Bible that could allude to Jesus being God. What I'm asking is, why is that convincing? Because there are multiple issues of Peter Parker saving New York City. Should I believe in a kid with spider powers?
No.
So why should I believe a carpenter wizard?
Okay, I guess. Okay, why don't you believe in God? Because I'm trying to understand your point.
Well, everything that we're basically saying now, the contradictions. There's no evidence that is true.
Chime in?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you time in, Tom. Give me 1 second, all right? Yeah, there's no evidence that is true. A lot of it is apparently not true, and it has no utility for my life. And Tom, go ahead and give your reasons.
So I was brought up in Ireland, born and raised. I was brought up in a Catholic household, and I went to Catholic school. I questioned a lot in high school, to the point where we were being taught one religion while I was knowing that there was other religions out there. So I educated myself quite a bit. There are a lot of religions that Christianity has literally pasted over.
Like
Christmas is based on Saturnalia, which is a week's festival in Roman history where the servants become masters and masters become servants. Yule itself is actually a Norse religion. Halloween is Samhain, which is actually an old Irish pagan religion. Easter itself is Easter or Esther, which is a pagan god of new life. You have a couple other ones dotted in there. But when Christianity came across Europe, they tried to integrate the people that were already there, was like the Germanics, the Gauls, the Celts, So they took their faiths and beliefs and kind of brushed them into Christianity. When it came to God itself, when you look at stories from Norse mythology, you can look at the story of Loki and Idun, Indun, which is actually when Loki kills the goddess that is minding this garden, because
Well,
in
wait,
the
Tom.
Bible, yeah,
I gotta stop you there for a sec. You said that
Yeah, that boy
Easter.
was cooking. But go ahead, GP. Go ahead.
You said Easter came from what again? 'Cause
Esther,
Esther.
which is the goddess of life, a new life.
He says, yeah, a goddess of spring, of
Yeah.
sunrise or dawn. Okay.
The Garden of Eden itself is from Norse mythology. Eden, Odin and the gods would eat an apple and they would have longevity, which is similar to what Adam had after he ate the apple and lived for 1,000 years in the Bible. That was his punishment. So Loki actually kills the goddess that minds that garden in Norse mythology, and all the gods die. So you can see there's similarities across lots of religions when it comes to Christianity. So Christianity wouldn't be the most relevant to anything. It literally takes in what it wants from everything else.
I want to add something else about that Garden of Eden story as well. You see how it says in that God created in like 7 days. In ancient Sumerian religions, there's a story of the gods creating the universe in 7 cycles, and they use those. They use like the reference frame of day being one of those cycles. So it's essentially like one of those same things, as you can see. So just like how Tom pointed out, a lot of it is just recycled stories from the earlier writings, and basically amalgamation of to a whole bunch of things.
Okay, I'll concede on the first one what Tom was talking about. All right, and then you said, I guess the second to last one, it says holy books are not evidence. Why do you say that?
Right. Holy books are not evidence. They're just claims.
I mean, couldn't you say that for most things?
Well, if you take away all the
Historical
religious
books, you
texts
can
in the
say they're
world and you were
claims.
to take away all the science texts in the world, in 1,000 years, science texts would come back the exact same as they are today.
Right. And the second thing that I would say is the reason why you can't make that claim for any historical book is because those historical books actually have evidence of what they're talking about. There's archaeology, there's geology, there's paleontology, there's linguistics. There's a lot of things that we can take into knowing what, like, how to reconstruct and what was actually said back then. And not only that, we still have a lot of those records that were kept over time. Now, of course, a lot of those records, got skewed over time, but still, archaeology would give us a pretty good idea of what was going on back then. You feel what I'm saying? We have no such thing for the Bible. Like, for example, we know that King Arthur in the Round Table probably was a legendary story, right? Because there's not a lot of archaeological evidence there. But we do know that people like King James and I wanted to mention an Irish person, but for Tom, but I can't think of many. I think St. Patrick was real, right? St. Patrick was real, right, Tom?
St. Patrick was real. He was actually Welsh.
He was actually Welsh. Okay, cool. Yeah, so St. Patrick was actually real because we know where his story, we know where he was buried. We have writings of him, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now we have writings of Jesus, but they weren't contemporary, and we have no idea who these people were, and there's not a lot of archaeological data for Jesus. We just kind of accept them as being a real person. How do we know that he actually walked on water?
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, because I had the same question too, like being a skeptic. I guess when it comes to religion in general, I guess it's kind of like a faith thing, but
Having faith and believing in a religion are two very different things.
It's true. You said something earlier that about Jesus, well, about the Bible itself, and I was thinking like you know how Islam, right? The Quran. I'm not a Muslim, so I don't really know that much, but it's like in Islam, the Quran has been the same for 2,000 years. The same everything. You know what I'm saying? So, like, wouldn't that be, some sort of consistency that should be, looked at as like, hey, maybe this is true because it's been the same for a long time. Like, nothing's been changed about it.
Islam came first, then Judaism, then Christianity, and they're all based on
Whoa,
the Abrahamic religion of.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Islam didn't come first,
Yeah, it did.
bro. I'm pretty sure in the Quran it mentions about the Jews and the Christians coming first.
Sure, but again, it came first.
How?
Actually, I think Judaism came first, then Christianity, then Islam. When it
Yeah, it
comes
was
to the Abrahamic
Judaism,
religion,
Christianity. Yeah.
No, Christianity is definitely last.
No, Christianity. Okay.
well, no,
Prophet
because Prophet
Muhammad.
Muhammad was like hundreds of years after.
Yeah,
after
Prophet Muhammad was
Jesus.
born 700 years after Jesus Christ, and that's when the Islam and the Quran came out of. The Christianity, it was Judaism, then Christianity, then Islam.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But you said your question was about something about what about Islam? Like
Like you said that like the consistency of like science books and stuff. Like if you, I was talking about that, like the Quran being the same for almost 2,000 years. Like, doesn't that mean something to you?
Okay,
No.
so yeah, you're right. Judaism came 2000 BC, Christianity 4 BC, and then Islam 680.
Right. But yeah, I mean, Islam be not changing its holy books for like thousands of years, but like, so what? That doesn't make it true.
Yeah, but it's a level of consistency that not too many other books have. Like other historical documents usually get changed over time, but Islam and the Quran hasn't been changed for thousands of years.
So
Like,
Do you believe that people wandered the desert for 40 years to get to Palestine?
you're talking about in the Bible, right? With
Yeah, with Moses.
Yeah, Moses and them. I mean, yeah.
There's no historical evidence of that.
there's no archaeological evidence of that in the desert either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if people were wandering around for 40 years in this area, we would see like archaeological evidence of that, and we don't. Why do you think that is?
I mean, don't you think it's possible that some of this archaeological evidence could be lost?
I come from Ireland, right? And I find, like, when I'm at home, I live in the US now, but when I'm at home, I can find arrowheads that are dated back to like the 1100s,
But
like
that's
literally
not.
without even digging up like a lot of my lawn.
Moses was way before the 1100s.
I understand that, but things rise up, like the earth shifts. So, like, things that are buried do rise ever so slightly over time. So, things would have come to the surface.
I get that, but it's also possible that like these archaeological evidence could be lost. Like it's a possibility. Like, let me try to find a good
They would
example.
have found it, bro. If people were
Mm-hmm.
around there for all that time, something would have been found.
I don't know. Okay.
And I believe someone did a study or tried it or whatever and figured out that it would take 2 weeks to walk across that desert.
Well, if you know the story with Moses and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
God
Yeah.
purposely made it that way, like because of Moses.
So he caused suffering?
Hmm?
So he caused suffering for 40 years for people?
No, because the people with Moses were not following God's orders and not glorifying God. They're worshiping pagans and doing all this other crazy stuff. That's why they weren't. That's why Moses died before he was able to go to the Promised Land, and a new generation of people had to go to the Promised Land and fight their way through.
Yeah. We know the story. The question is, why would we believe that's true?
You do comprehend that there was other civilizations and other things going on in some of these narratives or some of these stories. I
Right.
also want to enlighten you by saying that determinism and free will, there's no consensus on that particular topic in neurology and other fields of study, there's no consensus. When it comes to the infinite model versus the finite model in science, there is also no consensus. When you have Abrahamic beliefs, you subscribe to a dualistic finite model, which there is no agreement on in scientifically speaking. There's no definitive agreement on in that consent. There's no consensus on it. So you have to concede by logic that there's no consensus on it, and you're just solely going off of belief instead of historical fact and scientific fact.
No offense to him, but he sounded like he was just. Anyways, can you like simplify what you're talking about?
Want me to like lower to a 5th grade level?
No, it's like it seemed like you're just using big words purposely. You could have just explained it way simpler.
He sounds educated.
Instead of using finite and other stuff.
Thank you. Did somebody say I sound educated?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's. I just feel like you just use it on purpose. Like you just said all finite. Like you could
Let
have
me
just
break it down for you so you comprehended them.
I comprehended what you said. I just feel like you just used it.
Dualism. The notion of dualism. This whole idea that there's good and bad, and there's forces that.
Yes, I know what that means.
Okay, all right. Well, if you know what that means, well, where is the part where it seemed like I was just saying things that didn't make sense? Where was the part?
I didn't say what you said didn't make sense. I just feel like you're purposely using big words. That's all I said. I try to make
Purposely
a point.
using big words. You can pop quiz me on any of these words I'm using.
I didn't say you didn't know what they mean. I just thought you purposely using them. That's all.
All right, so let's go and move on. That's the reason why holy books are claims and not evidence, because the Bible says that these folks walked around for 40 years, and then we're looking around that area to see if we see any evidence of nomadic tribes. We see nothing. Like, for example, the reason why I say that there will be something left behind is because there are still nomadic tribes in Africa, and we know their migration patterns going back thousands of years. Why? Because they left stuff behind.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Like
find
in
nothing
Norway
like
right
that.
now?
Yeah, we find
In
nothing
Norway
like that
right
for
now,
the Mosaic ones. I'm sorry, Tom, what was that?
In Norway right now, the ice is melting at such a rapid rate, they're actually finding things from 10,000 years ago.
Right. Well, the ice melting is actually that's actually a problem, but this is not one of those lives.
No, my point was that they're finding things where people they didn't believe migrated through those regions, but now there is evidence that they did migrate through those regions.
No, agreed. I was just like the ice melting is kind of a bad thing.
That's a different story.
But yeah, it's a different topic. But you're right. But yeah, so you see what we're saying, GP, right? Like things would have been left behind. We see like evidence of nomadic tribes all the time, like who was the nomadic tribes from Asia? Was that the Huns or the Mongols? Which one was that? Was it the Huns or the Mongols?
I think the Mongols.
Yeah, I think the Mongols. The Mongols and the Huns, actually, matter of fact. I think both of them were nomadic tribes, but they left evidence behind, both of them.
Yeah. I can't dispute that. Those are really good points about, especially with people. Moses, like you said, there's no evidence of them being around.
No, there's no evidence of them wandering through the desert for 40 years.
Wandering the desert, because you would think like for 40 years there would have been something. But at the same time, there could be a case where the evidence has just not been found, or I don't know. But,
well, they found evidence of pharaohs and Egyptians that date back 3,000 years ago. So,
okay, and then I guess the last one I had a problem with is faith is unreliable for truth. Why you say that?
Faith is unreliable for truth because of everything that we just elucidated today. Like you can have faith in all this stuff and it could be completely wrong. Like let me give you a good example. Do you think Zeus is real?
No.
But the Greeks had 100% faith in Zeus to the fact that they built entire temples to him, and the Olympic Games were actually started to worship Zeus, and we still do the Olympic Games today. So they did something that affected our lives today for something that wasn't real. So you can have all that faith in something and it be 100% wrong. So that's not reliable.
What do you base? I'm assuming you base the truth on science, evidence and logic, right?
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, but don't you think it's like necessary for like as people to have a bit of faith?
I'm pretty sure if we were to go down an extensive list right now, there's gonna be something where I gotta be like, okay, yeah, I just gotta have faith in that. Matter of fact, come up with one right now, like my wife not cheating on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure like stuff like that. Yeah, I just gotta take it on faith, right? But like when it comes to the majority of our lives, we don't take the majority of our lives on faith. Like you don't show up for work tomorrow on faith that you're gonna get paid in the next 2 weeks. You know you're gonna get paid in the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, you ain't going.
So I think you got to first separate the word faith from devotion. Devotion is a powerful tool and it's a beautiful thing, but devotion and having faith in your devotion can often lead to a hardened ego, to where you think that you're right and you're correct all the time. So this is where logic, when you try to understand things in a logical way, you can come to a peace within it. I mean, I think one of the most wisest things that Socrates said was, "I know that I do not know," and that is a profound liberation. There's profound liberation in that statement, because he understood that no matter how much I try to comprehend, there's still infinite more ways I can comprehend something. So he understood that no matter, I can't say I know, because saying I know would be a lie. So I know that I do not know. You know what I mean? So I think through logic, you can get to a place of complete understanding of the reality you live in and the world you live in.
Yep.
Okay. I
All
got a
right,
question
chill.
for y'all.
I gotta get to bed, man, because it's about to be midnight. I didn't even mean to do a whole live, but somehow I got wrapped into it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit to bed, but I do appreciate everybody being up here. All right, like you guys are wonderful. GP, come by next time. Cody, you're always welcome here, bro. Like I appreciate you being here. And Tom, I hit you with a follow. I appreciate you being up here, but I gotta go ahead and get out of here. All right, guys.
All right, God bless.
Take it easy, man.
All right, y'all take it easy.
Thanks, man.